You are welcome to this lovely platform, Literature Hub 247, a free online literature class. We are still on that interesting non-African novel titled To Kill a Mockingbird, written by Harper Lee. We've discussed the plot summary of this novel on this platform. We've also reviewed chapters 1 to 28 of To Kill a Mockingbird. So, if you need the link to the previous videos on this novel, you can make your request to the comment section and the link will be sent to you. Let's go to the classroom. In the last chapter, Bob Ewe attempted to kill Jem and Scout on their way back from the Halloween party. But Bo Radley, who has been a nightmare, who has been a monster, who is like a monster to these children, came to their aid and saved them. Bo Radley came to the rescue of Scout and Jem. Now let's see what happens next. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, chapters 29 to 31. Scout thinks of Bob Ewe's threat that he will get Atticus if it took him the rest of his life. Mr. T tells Atticus that Ewe is dead and wants all the children again. Sheriff Tate asks Scout to narrate everything she can remember about the attack. Scout says as they were going home, she forgot her shoes and they were going back to find them. The light went off a little piece from the schoolhouse and James said he heard something. They thought it was Cecil Jacob, who had scared them once. She says when they got under the tree, somebody grabbed her and matched her costume. She fell on the ground. James found her and dragged her towards the road. Mr. Ewe put him down and they struggled. James shouted and she didn't hear him again. Mr. Ewe then tried to kill her by squeezing her, but at that particular time, they didn't know that it's Bob Ewe that was trying to kill them. Somebody then pulled Mr. Ewe down. She said she thought it was Jem and searched for him on the ground. That's Bo Radley. It's Bo Radley that came to their head that pulled Mr. Ewe down. Sheriff Tate asks Scout who she thinks intervened there. Scout points to a stranger in the corner, leaning against the wall. That is Bo Radley. As everyone stares at the man, he still leans on the wall and looks uncomfortable. Scout observes him, looking at his face, hair, hands, and clothes. His physique is that of someone who never leaves the house. His face was as white as his hands. His cheeks were thin and his mouth was wide. His eyes were colorless. His hair was dead and thin like feathers on his head. She finally identified him as Bo Radley. That is chapter 29. Now, chapter 30. Atticus corrects Scout that the man is Adol Radley. Bo Radley is the same person. Scout instantly runs to Jem, where he is sleeping, and Atticus tells her not to touch Jem. Dr. Reynolds assures them that Jem is alive, and Atticus says they should go out to the front porch. Scout guides Bo out to the porch. Atticus and Sheriff Tate open a discussion on the night's attack. Atticus believes Jem killed Mr. Bob Ewe in self-defense, while Sheriff Tate insists that Bob Ewe fell on his knife. Atticus says that he won't be able to face Jem if he covers up for him. He is determined to follow the legal system. That is, Atticus is determined to follow the legal system. You know, Atticus is a law-abiding citizen, and what he's saying here is that if indeed it's his son that killed Bob Ewe, he's not ready to cover him. There are arguments and counter-arguments between them. Atticus then realizes that Sheriff Tate is trying to tell him that Jen did kill Mr. Bob Hewell. Is Bradley that did it. Tate then makes it clear, as the Sheriff of Macomb County, that he stands by his interpretation of the story. He tells Atticus that his word is final. Sheriff Tate knows that Bradley killed Bob Hewell before Atticus does. Tate doesn't want Bradley to be dragged into the controversy because of his nature. The sheriff also knows that it's Bradley that killed Bob Hewell, but he doesn't want Bradley to be dragged into the controversy. Bradley is going to face the law if he reports that it's Bradley that killed Bob Hewell. That's why he's trying to cover Bradley, and he's now saying, he's insisting that it's Bob Hewell that killed himself. He also believes that Boo prevented a crime from being committed. Atticus on his own focuses on the well-being of his children as he keeps on repeating, "I'm all they have got, and they are all have got," quote unquote. That is quoting what Atticus is saying. Before Tate leaves, he repeats his submission to Atticus that Bob Hewell fell on his knife. He bids Atticus good night and leaves. Atticus repeats Tate's submission to Scout's hearings that Mr. Hewell fell on his knife. Scout hugs and kisses her father, saying Mr. Tate was right. As Atticus goes in, he stops in front of Bradley and thanks him for saving his children. Now chapter 31 and the last chapter of the novel. Bradley sits beside Scout, and the latter is surprised that Boo has not made any sound since he sits with her. Boo coughs into his handkerchief and makes a gesture to Scout to see Jem before he leaves. Scout leads him to Jem's bed, where Aunt Alexandra beckons to him to come in. Jem is still sleeping because the drugs given to him by Dr. Reynolds still work on him. Bradley has moved to the corner of the room and is looking at Jem from a distance. Scout holds his hand and leads him to Jem's bed. He looks at Jem from head to foot. He raises his hand and drops it beside him. Scout tells him to pet Jem as he's sleeping because Jem will not allow him to touch him if awake. Boo then touches Jem's hair and makes another gesture that he wants to leave. Scout leads him to the front porch and still holds Scout's hand. He whispers to Scout to take him home. Scout tells Boo to bend his hand, and she slips her hand into the crook of his hand. They walk like a gentleman and a lady to the Bradley door. As Bradley opens the door and goes inside, Scout says she never sets her eyes on him again. That is, Scout is saying that she never set her eyes on Bradley again since that time. When Scout turns back and faces the direction of her house, she sees the neighborhood in a way she never imagined. She now realizes that Bradley has been observing everything from his vantage position in the house. He has also been watching them grow as if they are his children. That is, she now understands that Bradley has been viewing everything going on from the house. Scout then remembers Atticus' advice about walking in another person's shoes. He said, "You never really know a man until you stand in his shoes and walk around in them." So she's now seeing Boo as a different person now. He's no more a monster to her. When she gets home, Aunt Alexandra has gone to sleep and Atticus is reading by the side of Jem's bed. Scout urges her father to read the scary book out loud. Atticus says he's scared enough that night, but Scout insists. Atticus obliges her and starts reading the book titled The Grey Ghost from chapter 1. When Scout sleeps off, Atticus takes her to her room and goes back to Jem's room. So that is the last chapter of to Kill a Mockingbird. That's chapter 31. So if you are new on this platform, try and click on the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you'll be part of this class, and whenever any video is produced, you'll be part of the class. Like this video, share it on any social media platform, invite your friends and colleagues to join us. If you have any question or comment, do not hesitate to send it to the comment section. And we are also going to discuss the theme. We are going to discuss the themes, the narrative techniques, and there's a question I asked at the beginning of the review of this text. That is, who is the mockingbird there? Who is a mockingbird, or who are the mockingbird in this novel? We are going to discuss that. So let's be on the lookout for the themes, the narrative techniques, and who is or who are the mockingbirds in the novel. Thank you and God bless.